Wagwan Generals, welcome back to the Shift Gear podcast. Ciaran's looking a little bit blonder than he normally does. I got a little bit of a ginger beard going on down there. I don't think he likes it when I say ginger. He doesn't like it.
No way.
It's not your favorite, eh?
Hold on, I gotta say the thing this time, right? Wagwan Generals, right?
Damn, he's good.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, this is Ciaran is unfortunately unavailable because he coaches too many people. So we got the number one Twitter yapper, in my opinion. I vouched for you, by the way, in the Shift Gear Awards to win that year.
Man, that was so tough, dude. The runner to the runner-up. I mean, I didn't even get to do the little, jump in, and it was rough. It was a rough day for me there. Yeah. I try my best.
I know, man. You do a good job. Like, every time I open my Twitter, which is like once a week, it's just you just yapping away. I'm like, dude, shut up, man. You do a great job.
Yeah, it could be a problem for sure.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's like I think I tweeted something the other day, and you just responded with like a GIF of some guy like reading a long script, and you're like, "We ain't reading all that, little bro." That's like me every time I log on my Twitter.
And you're thinking, "Man, this guy's saying this to me. What is going on?" Yeah, over my Twitter, he's got 3 tweets a day.
Yeah, you got to like cite some of your sources in like MLA format, dude. You're getting crazy on Twits.
Dude, I had some guy tell me yesterday I only get 5 posts a day. I was up to 3. I better watch out.
You're getting like muted, bro. It's too much.
Yeah.
Anyways,
no kidding.
This is the boy Austin Charles. In case you don't know, he's iconic on Twitter for just talking about stuff, and none of us really know what he's talking about, but he does a great job. It's fantastic work. One day you have a future as a social media person somewhere, somehow. Try not to get canceled. It might be tough.
Yikes. You never know.
Yeah.
I keep it clean.
Yeah, you're actually really good on Twitter. I should.
Yeah, it's like I've been media trained, but I haven't been media trained. I just take those little trainings at work.
Yeah, follow Austin Charles Uncensored for more somewhere.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Anyways, we're here. We're going to talk about Pokemon today. Something I haven't done in a while, but we're going to talk about Pokemon anyways. So Japan finally got their City League started with some of the new cards. And Ciaran's normally my Pokemon guy on this podcast, so you're going to be
I got you
today. Yeah,
I got you.
4 big tournaments, and I try and play well. But you got to carry the content part. So maybe we can start with like kind of how the new decks are doing. Have you seen anything? Have you noticed anything with any of these new decks, new cards? Anything off the hop?
Man, it's definitely been disappointing from what I've looked through so far. Like Ciaran's would normally say, this was the very first day of City Leagues back where we finally get results again. The tournament started on the 7th of September, I believe. Results just started getting posted on Limitless today. And it's a lot of what we expected from kind of what we've seen since Mega's released in Japan. I mean, at this point, it's been like 5 or 6 weeks ago, right? We're so far behind now. We're already seeing the next set before we even get this set. But looks like a lot of what we've come to expect. The normal meta decks are still very good. The new meta decks are not very good. And I'm hoping that it's just them not knowing how to build with the new cards yet. Maybe we need to get a hold of them first, right? It's always fun to see what happens when we get them. But, man, from what I see so far, it's just a ton of Raging Bolts, a ton of Dragapult Dusknoir, which is a little bit confusing, I think, because they've had Psyduck forever, right?
Yeah.
I saw Dusknoir fall off the face of the earth over there when Psyduck released, and then I think maybe it became everybody stopped playing it, and now it's back. And I don't know if people are too scared to put it back in, they don't care enough, but Dragapult Dusknoir is still dominating like it is over here. But we get Psyduck in T-minus 4 weeks, I guess, at this point. And I'm putting it in my deck. I don't know. I'm sick of this Dragapult Dusknoir stuff because I cannot handle it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
more the same, though.
Okay.
Yeah, we can look through some of these if you want.
When I look at it, I'm like not too upset by this. I'm a very like anti 3-prizer kind of guy, not to sound like Jake Gerhardt, but I'm like totally cool with this. Obviously, you want to see some differentiation in the meta. I feel like it's like kind of gotten stale, but maybe that's just us speaking from a place of, hey, we've been testing this meta for 2 months for Worlds, and now we're just kind of burnt out.
That is also fair, right? We played a lot for Worlds in this meta.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, actually, the listeners who don't know, Austin and I have made a pact for this year that unfortunately we're going to be restricted to one of the best 5 or 6 decks to play at every regional, because him and I both have like this really bad habit of just playing junk. So now we're stuck. Now we got
meta only. We can only play meta. And we made some dark horse rule just so we can kind of get around it when we want to. If we want to play that Garchomp deck that looks so good, or something a little bit crazy, that Mega Lucario deck that looks so good. I could see it happening.
The Dark Horse rule basically allowed me to play Flareon for Worlds, so shove the Dark Horse rule. But
yeah, I did not follow suit. Maybe I should have. I hit a lot of Goldango. It actually would have been. I think my run for Flareon would have been better than yours.
Well, that's
just matchup wise.
That's true. That is true. I think, I don't know, man. I'm like still high on Flareon. Like, that sounds really, really crazy.
It's still positioned pretty well. I think we can talk about that when we talk about Pittsburgh. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, but so like looking at these new results, like nothing really stood out to you too much. I see a couple like Lucario decks. Maybe we can take a look at a couple of those.
Yeah, I would love to look at these. I think this deck is actually really cool. I'm a big GLC head right now too, since I lived up in Akron, and this fighting stuff that we're getting for GLC is so good. These new fighting cards are so strong, and I think it's pushing this Lucario deck to actually be slightly relevant compared to some of the other megas. Like, we're not seeing Mega Abomasnow at all in these results. We're seeing, none of those. But Mega Lucario, it's kind of making a name for itself, I think, because these fighting cards are just so good in GLC and apparently Standard.
Blow up the cards. We can just have a look at the translations of them, too. Maybe like the Lucario, we can start with that.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here's your main attacker here, right?
That does look pretty good. Sorry, I got bro doing the screen share today because...
yeah, my bad.
Recording stuff. No, you're doing a good job. I'm just, it just seems strange that I'm running a podcast. I don't know how to screen share, but I promise it's for good reason, so I can record this. But this card looks pretty good. I mean, I definitely reviewed this once upon a time on this very podcast, but I didn't remember what it did, and this looks like it's kind of gas. So you play this with the Hariyama?
The Hariyama is for the Gust, right? Okay. The Hariyama is just Dubwool that we have currently. This guy right here. It's just basically boss's orders when you evolve, so it's to be a little bit more aggressive and hopefully hit a one-prizer with this Aura Jab as your first attack, which is going to set up most of your Pokemon, right? It's going to pull all your energy out of discard pile, spread it around, and then you build up to this. You hopefully kill a one-prizer with that, and then you hit him with the Mega Brave for 270 base damage. Base is important here because this deck has a massive item card coming out, right? Which I think is the bread and butter of the deck, besides this Lunatone line, which we'll talk about, which is just Electro Power, which I know as a GLC Lightning player, which is such a good card. And now we can play...
I'm very impressed, actually.
Yeah, Electro Power, right? I didn't play during tag teams or anything. My first set playing was Lost Origins, but this card is so good. I mean, 30 damage, and I know Mew VMAX was so good with that, what was it, Power Tablet or something?
Mew VMAX had Power Tablet, yeah. This thing looks like how people feel when they drink a bottle of Prime, like all those Logan Paul glazers. They're like, yo, I can go out and just punch a wall. Like, I'm just going to call this Prime. This card is just Prime.
Everyone's calling it Fighting Gatorade. Everyone.
Okay.
That's all I've heard it called.
I like that. It's not really
this card is so strong.
Bottle, though. It's kind of just shaped like a dumbbell.
I think it's shaped like Powerade. I would say this is a Powerade bottle a little bit here.
Cut, actually, I like that. It's like Powerades are more like stubby.
Yeah, you guys have Powerades in Canada? I don't even know.
Yeah. I used to drink that stuff religiously anytime I'd play because I thought it had like special powers. It doesn't.
Yeah, this card is so good. Being able to play 4 of them in your deck is so strong. And then you also get this big consistency boost, which is it's literally what was that psychic card? Crystals. Fog Crystal. It's Fog Crystal, but the fighting version, which we saw Fog Crystal be really good. This is going to help you get set up, find energy to discard to use that first attack anyways. And then, in my opinion, the best part of the deck is your Soul Rock and Lunatone combo. I'm putting this in everything. Ceruledge is getting this. Golden Go is getting this, maybe. Get a little one-prize attacker in there. You got your Soul Rock, which is literally just 70 damage for 1 energy, which we know how powerful Fan Rotom is, and this is objectively even better than Fan Rotom. Obviously, you don't have that broken ability, but you're doing 70, which goes through resistance, which is also important. It doesn't apply weakness or resistance, so you're killing a Fan Rotom, which resists fighting, or knocking out a Fan Rotom, sorry, which is so good. A one-prize attacker in this deck, just to do 70 for 1 is so good. You can boost that with those little fighting Powerades like we just talked about, also great. And then it also combos great with this Lunatone that is coming out, that is your draw engine. This is why I want to put this in everything. Like, Ceruledge would love this. It's Radiant Greninja, but draw 3, and you can only use it once per turn. You can't have 2 on your bench and use 2, discard a fighting energy specifically, and draw 3. I mean, that is so strong, too. So you can kind of see how the deck comes together, right? You draw cards, you have a one-prize attacker, you have a massive swing for 270 that you can buff up to 330 pretty easily with two of those little plus power things. Yeah, I'm into it.
You also have built-in synergy with the first attack of Lucario, which is really good as well.
100%, yeah. Really, the glaring weakness of this deck is that Mega Lucario is a 3-prizer that's weak to Psychic. That is really the issue here, right? But you hit some good weaknesses, right? You're going to hit all these. There's a lot that's weak to fighting too, so maybe you cover yourself. Just, dodge and weave Guardian, maybe you'll be okay. And maybe Soul Rock carries you through a couple games. I don't know.
That's an age-old tale. Just dodge Guardian, you'll be okay.
Dodge Guardian, then it wins the tournament. Classic.
Yeah, classic outcome. Now, this looks pretty
simple. And then this will also be in everything. We can talk about this card because we're having this come out, right? Shuffle 8, that is insanely broken. I think this might be the best draw supporter, at least the best draw supporter I've ever seen since I've been playing the game. I've never seen anything like this.
The best draw supporter of all time.
I mean, yeah, you've been playing way longer than I have, right? Have we seen anything close to this? This is just insane.
The old version of this card, which was Cynthia's Feeling, said shuffle into your deck, draw 4. If you were knocked out, draw 8. And I think that was kind of the previous version of this. I can't think of a card that's ever been this good. The original Lily was dropped to 6. If it's your first turn, drop to 8.
Yeah. I remember that one.
Which you can argue maybe has better application just because you get to keep the cards in your hand. But to be honest, if you're using a draw supporter, especially in this format, you'd rather shuffle in. So I think this, aside from Lily's orders, is the best supporter of all time. Yeah,
this Lily's Determination just boosts these setup decks so much. They don't want to take prize cards until they're set up anyway, so they literally just have 4 copies of a Shuffle 8, which is just seems so strong to me, and you're not discarding your hand.
That is ludicrous.
So crazy.
That is absolutely
Dragapult Dusknoir loves this, right? Gardevoir loves this card. I bet this Dragapult Dusknoir deck plays 4 of these, and sure enough, there it is, 4 Lily's Determination in this Dragapult Dusknoir deck, which is literally just our exact Dragapult Dusknoir deck, but they've just trimmed down the researches. Looks like they trimmed a boss, and are now playing this absolutely broken supporter while they Badoo you the whole game. I mean, this looks terrible. This looks terrifying, right? Yeah, this is terrifying.
It's really good for anybody who likes slow setup decks. That's gonna buff all the big decks like this. This one only plays 1, and that makes sense because you'd still rather max out Research or Arven where you can because you're a discard deck.
And they also get this Stadium, which is kind of nice for Gardevoir, right?
Mm-hmm. And then
this
what does Fancy do?
Yeah, this I would need to look into why this is maybe in here. This is a 3-prizer that takes 30 less damage from attacks, and you can discard up to 2 energy and do 120 for each energy discarded. So it's 240 for 2.
I don't hate that.
It's weak to metal too, which could actually be relevant instead of weak to dark.
So the one thing with Gardevoir, I know this now because I've been playing it so much. You struggle to kind of hit that 240 number sometimes, and that's where the Bravery Charm Screamtail whole thing comes in. But if you can do this for 2 energy, and especially late in the game, you just stick this 3-prizer active and you say, all right, kill it. That's pretty good.
This is true. I mean, I guess 1 Monkey Dory and you're killing a Goldango at the end of the game or something. It's just an easier setup than Drifloon. Yeah, I don't hate that actually.
Yeah, you use this. You can use this against Goldango to kind of trade with them. Normally you use Clefairy and you got to loop the Clefairies to trade with the Goldangos. But if you have this, that just seems better.
Yeah, and this deck doesn't even play the Mega Guardy, which we haven't even really talked about. But
right.
I guess they have that to cover, and then they have this new Kirlia also. So the Stadium, like I mentioned, right? It's draw. It's discard a Psychic Energy and then draw until you have as many cards in your hand as you have Psychic Pokemon in play, which is nice. Just a nice little buff to draw. Maybe you draw a few cards plus you get your energy in the discard, and then this Kirlia that they get. We see in this Kirlia, and the old Kirlia is totally out. The old Ralts is out too, in my opinion, but the Kirlia especially.
Yeah.
It's like that Alolan Vulpix, but for 3 Pokemon.
It's ridiculous.
Yikes, that's pretty good. They're just buffing Guardy, Guardy to the moon at this point.
And
maybe it'll keep Dragapult down.
You now kill Badoo for a Psychic.
Yeah, perfect. Just perfect.
Jesus, dude, this is...
They're loving it. Players are eating good. They get this little Vault, has Collect, draw card. Cool.
Yeah, no Fez in there is alarming, but they got a double Screamtail going on, so I guess it's not the worst in the world. You also gain a lot of consistency just by having that new Lilies card, and I guess that Stadium helps as well. You can kind of go crazy with that, so I guess you need Fez a little bit less than you used to. But it is cool to see how these decks are adapting here.
I was a little bit sussed out on the stadium, but then I watched some OmniPoke gameplay actually with the new decks. They were playing Gardevoir, and the stadium actually came up a lot, and they ended up going up to 2 because I think it was actually way better than they thought, and I think people are going to have a similar opinion after they get a hold of it.
All right.
This stadium is better than people think. Here's another one. No Mega Guardy, but they have Diancie. Is that what that Pokemon is called?
That is Diancie, yeah.
Mega Diancie.
Damn, you're cool.
So, I don't know. Ho culture, dude, you have no idea.
No, it looks good. I don't know. I don't know if this no fez thing is how we're moving forward.
Yeah, what is with this no fez? Do all of these have no fez?
Let me find it. Man, I haven't seen a fez yet. We got to find it.
That is very strange. Guardy decided, you know what? We have the stadium. We don't need fez anymore. I mean, Guardy didn't even touch this one.
Like Fez, if I could count how many games Fez has lost me, it's like quite a high number, and like it's another dark Pokemon that you can't embrace to. So cutting it if you can makes sense.
I agree. It's just our Iono protection, right? But maybe decks are cutting Iono because they're playing that new Lily a little bit more. Who knows?
That's a good point, actually, too. Oh, there's a Mega Guardy. Here we go.
Yeah, here's one of Mega Guardy. This was a little bit more of what I was thinking. 2 of the stadium, no Diancie, 3 Lilies, and a Mega Guardy. I really like the Mega Guardy, actually. I think it's your nuke button, plus it has 360 HP. You could stick it in the active, and I mean, this Mega Guardy could be good for 4 prize cards if they can't kill it pretty easily. You can create a board, I think, that just becomes really hard to deal with if you don't have a dark attacker. I mean, this is a 4 Ralts, 4 Kirlia. Oh my gosh, this guy's not messing around.
I like it.
1 rare candy. I like it. I don't hate this at all. 4 Kirlia is crazy. I mean, your TM Evo has never hit. You know, how many times, right? Have you shuffled your deck, researched, drawn one of your Kirlias, and then you're like, oh man, I can only get 1 Kirlia here. This sucks.
Yeah, that's something we were talking about.
Yeah,
I was talking with our good buddy Ames last night, and Ames was letting me know, he's like, dude, we should go to 3 Kirlia, because I keep drawing these off the freaking researches, and it makes sense. Like, I remember back in the day when Gardevoir first came out, it was a 4-4-4, essentially, Gardevoir line, because he played 2 of the Arcana ones, too. This kind of like brings me back to that, dude. It's like we're playing Gardevoir Toolbox again, and like in the past, like the very first good Gardevoir deck was, I'm pretty sure, in like 05, where they played 2 different Gardevoirs, and then when it was BDIF again in 2009 or 2008, you played Gardevoir and Gallade. Like this card just kind of goes in like a whole toolboxy kind of thing. So I'm surprised, dude, that they're buffing this to the moon again.
I know. I'm scared, dude. I think they just want to see this deck just win Worlds again next year, right? It didn't win Worlds a long time ago, like the GX or something won Worlds.
That's a deep cut. I'm not sure if the GX. It probably did. I don't really remember. But
the one with Secret Spring, the one that like it powered itself up.
Yeah, that's the GX. That one must have won Worlds, and I'm pretty sure Gardevoir also won Worlds when it was like BDIF in like 2008. Maybe maybe Gardevoir's agent and Pokemon Company have like some Kawhi Leonard thing going on, where they're like,
they got some secret stuff in the contract we don't know about. Probably, you're probably right.
Endorsements, baby. That was insane, dude. We were talking about this earlier today off air. Like the Kawhi Leonard thing. For those of you who don't know, it came out later. So Kawhi Leonard is a very good basketball player, but it came out later after he made his free agent decision that he was asking MLSE, which is like the principal owner of like the Raptors and the Leafs. He's asking for a stake in the Leafs. In the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Which is so crazy.
Yeah, the most storied franchise in the world. They were asking for brand endorsements, but in the brand endorsement, they just wanted money, and Kawhi said he will not show up or do any sort of ad for anybody. So they wanted private investors to just invest $10 million into this guy. And then he was busted by somebody. I don't know who busted him, but the Clippers apparently did this for him.
Yeah, there was a total whistleblower, right? Didn't something come out in his contract that was like something about planting trees that was totally like made up just so he could get paid?
Yeah.
Like just so he could get more money than was actually in his contract. He was writing in like shady ways to get money, like go around taxes, all this. I mean, he's in so much trouble. The Clippers are in so much trouble. I mean, he was already on thin ice, in my opinion. That dude never plays.
I know.
He hit his prime. He hit his prime back when he was with you guys, and he hit that crazy, like, if I just Googled right now, like, best game winner of all time, that clip is coming up, right?
Oh, yeah.
The Kawhi Leonard crazy clip. That might be the best shot of all time to win a game, to win a series, whatever. But, I mean, ever since then, I had this guy on my fantasy team 2 years ago. Dude never played. Maybe he played a game, and then he'd be out for 2 games. And I'm just like, dude, why is he out again? I don't think he's lazy. I just think he just wants as much money as possible, and now he's writing shady stuff in contracts. I mean, he's cooked. He's cooked.
When he plays, he's an absolute bucket. Like, the guy's unbelievable. It's just like he just doesn't play, and like there's so many different things that go into that. You're like thinking, like, is he hurt? Does he just have bad knees? Bro's just a bad chaser, though. And like, I saw the best tweet of all time. I'm sorry, the best tweet of all time is not one of your tweets, but your tweets are good too. The best tweet of all time I've ever seen. There was right when it came out, Kawhi Leonard was chilling at the U.S. Open with headphones on, and some guy said, "I just know he's listening to Money Trees," and it went like triple platinum. It was awesome. He's a tree planter making money. It was like the best tweet I've ever seen.
That's actually hilarious. Yeah, no, that's actually hilarious. Like, I respect athletes. Like, get your bag, right? You put yourself in this position where you're able to do it. But at the same time, like, you got to have a love for the game too, right? You got to go out there and do your best and play your best. Try to have a decent attitude about it. But this guy, I mean, he might be too far gone at this point. I don't know what's going to happen to him. He could just get banned.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm so
like
curious.
Full on.
Like, what's going to happen? I feel like at the end of the day, like, the NBA kind of wants to protect the Clippers, I think, a little bit, because they built this new giant. Remember, we were walking outside and we saw their arena at Worlds when we were going to the, what was it, the Rams game?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, over by SoFi.
Dope. Like, it looks like an Eternatus into a, like, it literally looks like the Pokemon Eternatus.
Yes, bro.
Turn into a stadium. And, like, I don't know, I feel like they're going to protect the Clippers and be like, okay, we're not going to fold this whole franchise just because of one guy, but this owner, bro, like, he's got to fix up.
I mean, has anything like this even happened before? Like, is there anything, I can't even think of anything that I could relate to this.
No, I don't know. Like,
all I know is the NBA is super strict, and it's not the Clippers' fault, right? He's just kind of bringing them down with him.
I mean, you and I have watched sports for all our lives, right? Have you ever in your life seen something like this? I haven't seen anything, dude. The closest thing I can think of is like gambling scandals or something like to the like Ohtani, like gambling or something, or his ball boys gambling or something like that, right? But nothing like this. This is crazy.
But also the general public, like us, we don't get a lot of insight into these contracts normally. Yeah. This was definitely like a whistleblower or something. Someone put this out there on purpose.
Well,
is it like?
Yeah, sorry. I was going to say, there are always like sweeteners in these contracts too, right? Like, so when like Juan Soto was like in free agency, part of his contract with the Mets is that he gets a private suite, a private jet. He gets a whole bunch of random stuff.
Crazy stuff, right?
Yeah, like, you'd never think about it, but like the teams are negotiating this stuff. Like I'm sure he talked to the Blue Jays. Like, I'm sure the Blue Jays said like, hey man, we'll give you a private suite or whatever. Like, these are things you don't think about. Did he talk to the Cleveland Guardians? I don't know. Maybe. I hope for your sake. But I don't know.
No, I moved, dude. I'm down in Cincinnati now. It's all Bengals and Reds.
Okay, I respect that. The Reds are a more respectable franchise, to be honest, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're cool now. Yeah. I mean, they're all right. I think the Guardians are cool, but we might lose a couple to you guys. I don't know. From the Guardians.
Yeah,
they tried. They tried once.
Bengals aren't looking too great either right now, man. That was a shaky ass win.
Oh my gosh, dude! Don't even get me started. That was awful. I think they might have had negative 7 yards in the second half, and they still won because they were playing the Browns, and the Browns don't have a kicker. Like, I'll quit Pokemon to go be the Browns kicker, and I will do better than that.
And they would have won that game, I think.
100%. Totally, I stand by that too. If they want to give me a call, they can.
That's a tough one. But yeah, anyways, sorry, we got sidetracked. But yeah, contracts, sports, people go crazy. Lots of things we don't know about. And maybe Gardevoir has some sort of agreement with the Pokemon company. Because this is this is like ridiculous levels. And like, this is a shift gear episode for a later day. But like, the Pokemon with the best cards of all time, Gardevoir is number one, and it is not close, I don't think. Maybe two.
I think I saw something on this recently, actually. There was like the only card that you could even consider if you pull a random card out that might be close to Gardevoir is Mew, and there's no other card that's even close. A lot of Mews are really good, but Mew is like a little bit of a support Pokemon, right? Maybe like a one-of in your deck. Sure, there was Mew VMAX, but for Gardevoir, it's like this is a whole archetype. This is a whole deck, and the deck is broken. If I could spin a wheel for a year, stop it, and maybe that year Gardevoir, there's a good chance Gardevoir's like top 3 deck right there, which is just insane.
There's got to, like, Ciaran and I have talked about this too on the pod before, like, there's got to be some sort of agenda as to like how they choose the Pokemon that are really good. I don't know, maybe Gardevoir is more like a like central Pokemon that has like a lot of appeal from different like backgrounds, or what, I don't know what the hell it is, but
Gardevoir has never been good in VGC.
No.
Or Go or anything. It's only TCG, right? VGC is always these like weird like Incineroar or Arceus maybe, but for TCG, we get Gardevoir, some Mew sprinkled in there, and that's it. So get your Grimmsnarls out, people. That's the moral of the story, and I don't even know if that's going to save you at this point.
Yeah, I don't think it will, dude. Like the thing,
but hopefully it will.
Well, the thing with like making Pokemon in general, it's like once they make a Pokemon, it has those stats forever, right? Like,
yeah,
it's kind of hard to just like randomly make Gardevoir good in the VGC if it was something marketable that they realized later. They're like, hey, we need to make this Pokemon marketable. What do we do? Oh, wait, we can't do anything. We can't change the stats. Maybe they give it a move.
Yeah, this isn't like we can't just buff and nerf cards all the time, right? Yeah. Once they're out, they're out. This isn't like a video game. This is no Clash Royale balance changes, right? This is just drop the card and hope it's tested well and see how it goes. But some things definitely slip through.
Here. Yeah, you're cooked.
Yeah, we don't get an errata. Gardevoir now has 80 less HP. I wish.
I'd be game. That'd be sick.
I'd be game too. We'll see. The Psyduck is almost like that, though, if you think about it. The Psyduck is almost like a...
Yeah.
Obviously, they weren't fully thinking about it, and I think when Shrouded Fables came out to when Psyduck comes out, that seems to be about the amount of time it takes them to print a hard counter to a deck. And Psyduck's not even a hard counter, right?
Yeah.
Golduck, Psyduck, but there's definitely a lag time here. But
no, certainly. So what do we got here? So like all these City Leagues basically happened yesterday or the day before, I guess? And
yesterday and today is all we have, yeah, right? So I'm seeing a lot of Grimmsnarl. I'm seeing a ton of Raging Bolt. I think Raging Bolt, even going into our tournaments right now, I think Raging Bolt is looking really good because its Goldango matchup is historically favored. Its Gardevoir matchup is obviously shaky, but you can win with Baby Raging Bolt. This guy's playing 2, no Owls. This is more of that turbo... Go fast, Squawkabilly. He's got Briar in there. Crazy stuff.
That's crazy.
They're always cooking over there on the first few days. Yeah, like I saw on Twitter today a Coffagrigus deck that placed like high in one of these.
I believe it, dude. And like your point earlier to like, oh, I'm curious to see like what's gonna happen when we get these cards. It's like, dude, for how many years I've been, like Ciaran and I say it all the time. It's like the Japanese are so good at playing cards, right? Like they're so good at playing.
They are, yes.
But like sometimes, like I cannot wrap my head around this deck building, and like every single time we get cards, something changes, like big time. And you would think in Japan, like okay, the player base is big enough, they're gonna discover things, or at the very, very least, make baseline conclusions about decks. But we've seen decks be absolute garbage in Japan, come to America or whatever, the Western world, and just be dominant. Like the Japanese completely missed it. So I don't know, man. It's so curious.
It really is. I think they try more stuff over there, but they also write things off more quickly over there. And then like also I don't think it took them a really long time to discover Raging Bolt at all, which is surprising to me.
Yeah.
It went on, nobody really knew about it, the cards were out, and then all of a sudden it got discovered. It might have been discovered over here right when it got released, and then it exploded everywhere. Somehow it like made it through their process of filtering through. But
yeah, I don't know.
This Raging Bolt has Mega Kangaskhan. This card is kind of cool.
What does this card do?
This is it's almost like Fez.
That was sick.
Once during your turn, you may draw 2 cards if it's in the active spot, and you can't use more than 1 a turn. So you kind of just bench it, get your Latios down, and then every time they take a knockout, you're getting +2 off of that by promoting it. It's a 3-prize liability that's most notably weak to what? Mega Lucario? Koraidon? I bet if this pops up, we're going to see a ton more Koraidon over the Slitherwing.
Because, like, if this pops up, someone starts with this, you can fix a bad prize map really.
Oh, yeah. It's dangerous to play that for sure, but it probably is not terrible. Its attack is kind of bad, though. 250 more for each heads you get until you get tails or something. Yeah, but you play it for the draw engine, right? You play it for the draw.
That is pretty neat, though. I like that.
Yeah. Here's my boy Ceruledge. I think, dude, Ceruledge, Lunatone, Soul Rock. Come on. I knew this was going to be good.
Right up your alley, bud.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, this is just the lottery deck itself.
Feels like
we can totally play this to Milwaukee, dude. I'm totally down to play this to Milwaukee.
Yeah, let's play this. This sounds great.
Why wouldn't we? I mean, we have a ton of draw. Got a ton of this stuff. This is the main reason I think this deck could actually be good. Is the 70 damage for 1. Now you have a 1-prize attacker. It's so good.
Unfortunately, this deck would violate the pact, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. You're right. Dragapult Dusknoir it is. Lock it in.
Yeah, lock it in right now. Dragapult Dusknoir. Are we playing real decks to Pittsburgh? We are, right?
We are, unfortunately. Going to play real decks to Pittsburgh. Unless I play Crustle.
Oh.
Then it's a real deck.
That sounds like a lot of fun for your first regional year. I think you should do that.
I love throwing my entire regional run away right at the beginning of the season.
126th place has your name on it. Actually, this year will be 136th.
I mean, look, last year I didn't even have a day 2 until Toronto. That tournament that I played you at, that was my first day 2 of the season, which is pretty crazy.
Well, your season completely turned around when you met me for the first time, and then you said, hey, I'll come out to the bar, and you came and chilled with the fellas?
Yeah. Right down the street. I walked there from the Rogers Center, yeah.
That's culture. You know what the Rogers Center is. I'm impressed. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go see the Pittsburgh Pirates in Pittsburgh. I'm amped up for this. What's it called?
I am too, actually. Yeah. I'm super excited for that one.
Park or whatever. Austin and I went to, when we were in Milwaukee last year, we went to go see the Brewers. That was pretty dope too, but PNC Park, y'all let us know down below. If you've been there, is it as cool as people say? Because, like, I'm getting a lot of hype right now. I'm hearing a lot of, like, this is the best ballpark ever. So
Have you been to Pittsburgh?
I have been to Pittsburgh.
Okay, I went to a concert one time that was in a venue right outside of the park that we're going to go to, and I saw it from the outside. But I've never actually seen a game on the inside. So
okay, yeah,
I'll be excited for that one for sure.
I've heard it's sick. Last year, Pittsburgh, or 2 years ago when they had it last time, Ciaran and I went to the Steelers game after the regional.
Yeah,
dude, it was electric. Like, Pittsburgh's such a cool town. It's unreal.
Yeah, the Steelers are cool now too. Like, the Steelers, they're cool now for sure.
Oh, hell yeah. Like, Aaron Rodgers in there, my goat. Like, he was, dude, the thing with Aaron Rodgers, I loved Aaron Rodgers growing up. Like, I'm a huge Packers fan. Like, I loved Aaron Rodgers, and then he got weird for a little bit there.
He did get weird. He did get really weird. Like, he started getting all political on people, and he started getting just super, like, dug himself a hole there for a while.
Yeah.
And he was getting older too, and everybody's like, when is he going to retire? When he's going to retire? And then he jumped, right? He left Green Bay. He had that crazy injury game 1 with the Jets, and then he just put up dog shit numbers last year for the Jets.
Yeah.
And then now he had a great first game with the Steelers, so I guess we'll see how it goes for him.
He played well. Something about ex-Green Bay QBs, man. Brett Favre went and stole money from old people. And
something about him. Yeah, you're right, dude. Something about him over there. I don't know what they put in the water.
Yeah, Jordan Love, I don't know. I don't want to know what the hell he's going to turn into. He's a great QB right now, but apparently when you get old in Green Bay, in Wisconsin, you turn into a weirdo. So I'm kind of scared.
Yeah.
Because I kind of like that guy.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't go off the rails, but you got a nice Goldengo for us here on the screen.
And they got that great coach. They got Tomlin over there. Great coach for clips. That guy just he has his little press conference after the games, and you're going to get some crazy good one-liner out of there.
Machine, dude. Like,
I agree. I agree.
I love that guy.
All right. Yeah, and then the last big one that's still super dominant. It makes sense, right? Raging Bolt and Goldengo are so dominant over there because it's hard to play a 3-prizer when your 3-prizer can just get nuked at any time by something like this. With them discarding 7 energy, no problem. Double superior. They're knocking out anything on your board. They're taking 3 prize cards. It's like totally free for them. Togekiss still in there, popularized by Piper, I think.
Sure.
And now it's everywhere.
Well, that's a word, yeah.
Togekiss is in everything. Every Goldengo I hit on ladder is either Togekiss or they're taking a prize card and flipping with Chansey, and I lose the game because I can't prize map around it. But yeah, this is solid. This is pretty much what we have right now, plus the Psyduck, which is good.
I was doing my EV class on the weekend, which, by the way, went really well. So if any of y'all want the EV class, it's on my thing now.
Oh, yeah.
It was super
fun.
Pidgeot? With
Pidgeot?
Yeah. The Aneil build that you've banned me from playing for Pittsburgh. But anyways.
Dude, you still have my Hoo-Hoots, too. I went to play Flareon because I have it in my bag. I pulled it out, and I was like, man, I got the bad Hoo-Hoots in my deck right now. Where are my good ones?
Oh, it's fine. I played the bad Hoo-Hoots for like months before Worlds, and it was fun.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, if you got a triple stab, you're losing anyways. But yeah, like I was doing my class, and I think Goldengo came up, and I was like, this is an auto win. Then I realized, wait, it's not an auto win anymore because people are actually playing Togekiss. Thanks, Piper. And like,
shout out to Piper for that.
Yeah, it's not.
They
good.
flip one. It almost feels like it's turning all their matchups from 50-50 into, if they get to flip 2 coins, it's 75-25 almost exactly.
Yeah.
Because if they hit 1 heads, they're fixing a 1 prize map. They're taking away your Briar. They're just fixing all the issues that the deck has by flipping 1 out of 2 heads. Right? They get to flip twice. They only need 1. They're turning that matchup around easily. It's definitely scary.
It's scary, brother.
And then,
I like it. Oh, this jank. Okay, I have so many problems. I know you love this. I hate this deck. Anyways, carry on. You can introduce this for what it is.
I think this deck is really good. It feels like better Joltik box. in my opinion. It feels like jolting box where I don't have to rely on crispin so much, which is kind of nice. I can boss more. Mm-hmm. But it's so important that you get that jolting charge off. Like, if you don't get the jolting charge, first of all, if you lose the coin flip and you're forced to go first, your win rate plummets, no matter what you're playing against, right? That already feels a little bit bad, but we can overcome this, right? If you get to go second, you're in a great spot. Mm-hmm. You play the Brock Scouting. I prefer 3 Brock Scouting. This guy's playing 2. It's okay. He's got 3 Buddy Poffin in there, a couple Pokegear. I would consider maybe 3 Pokegear, but you just need Brock Scouting for your Miraidon and your Latios, right? You tandem unit for your pick what you want to attack with. You get to pick how you want to go 2-2-2. You can either Pikachu twice, which is pretty easy because you go lightning, grass, and then you just have to attach a metal, or you have to attach an energy then each turn after that, right? Which is pretty easy. Yeah. You play all this recovery. Or the more popular way, you just retreat into Joltik, you Miraidon for Joltik, hands, throw all your energy on hands, hope that they take a 1 prize knockout, and then you hands, and then you just go 2-2 with Goldango, because all your energy, you pull it all out with Joltik, dump it all in the discard pile, you find your vessels throughout. The deck has so much draw, too. Like, if I get hand disrupted, I'm not even worried about it. I'm drawing a million cards, I get Fez, I have all my Golden Goes down, you can get your Genesect out to pull them out of the deck. You know, it really plays well from on board. You don't really need to find too much. I'm playing a Petrol in mine, too, which basically just acts as a 5th Arven.
Okay.
I think the deck is good. I would totally consider playing this deck for Pittsburgh in a couple weeks. Yeah. We'll see.
I don't know, like...
But it's been discovered.
Dude, like, we played Joltik at, what was it, Milwaukee or whatever, and, like...
Yeah.
Like this, I mentioned this so many times, I'm going to mention it again. It was the most miserable experience of my life. Just because, like, it felt so linear, man, and, like... This feels so much of the same, and it's like you've alluded to it just in your little...
Very similar.
Yeah, in your little 2-minute spiel there, you alluded to it like 3 times. Like, this is your game plan. You're playing from the board, and you just hope it works. But
it does work a lot of the time. Like,
it does.
This deck's play rate at Worlds was so low, like 1-2%, but yet it top 16 Masters, it won Seniors. So, I mean, the deck has results for how little it was actually played. Now it's been discovered. It's running around in Limitless tournaments way more. And it's definitely doing pretty well online. Its win rate is above 50% online, which is better than most of the decks that you see. Obviously, right, everyone says, well, you can't use Limitless tournaments for results, blah, 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 all this. But I do a little bit, and I think this deck is actually not bad. I think this deck is not terrible.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily true. That whole, like, don't use Limitless tournaments thing, but...
Everybody's like, oh, the online meta doesn't mean anything. Like, it doesn't mean anything. And sure, it doesn't mean everything. But to say it doesn't mean anything is a little bit crazy. Because it does mean something, right?
Yeah.
This deck having a decent win rate into all the Dragapult Dusknors. And it's got a pretty good matchup into regular Goldango, which is relevant because they can't deal with Pikachu. No one's teching in the Rocket's Bomb. And the hands is also just good into everything. We can beat Gardevoir with it. You know, Gardevoir is obviously already a pretty good matchup, but... yeah, there's lots of ways to go about it. You can play Galvantula in here if you want, but I'm not playing Galvantula because I don't think my Joltik survives very often, but obviously I could see it.
Well, you can play, like, you might have a little bit more of merit into Galvantula with this one just because you also have Gimme Goals in there, so, like, your game plan is not entirely, like, I'm going 7 prize game every single game. Like, if you start a Gimme Ghoul and you have the ability to bench down to second Joltik, you totally could just to evolve into Galvantula and do stuff. If you're in a pinch.
And it's easy to get out of second Joltik too, right? Because you have Miraidon, you play a ton of Nest Balls that you don't really need after the first couple of turns.
And you play Buddy Poffin, that you wouldn't play normally either, right? Like, you have
right. I think that I go second, I get Joltik like 80% of the time. I get a good setup, which is really solid for, I think, for Pokemon right now. Maybe 85% of the time. So.
Yeah. We'll take
the consistency of it is attractive for sure.
Yeah,
but
my phone's blowing up right now because the grocery store by my house just got shut down because they had a rat infestation, didn't deal with it, and apparently there's bugs all over the place. And I'm pretty sure I just got groceries there like 2 days ago, so that's great. That's day in the life. Not something
that happens over here, I'm afraid, in Ohio.
Not gotta be either typically, but apparently this is I guess you can tell from the background that I'm at my new place that's just now in the city, and it is a great start to my grocery buying experience.
The health department is looking out.
Hey, shout out the health department. They're showing up.
Yeah, dude, it's like the back of Ratatouille in there. You know, the rats tie up the health department guy. You know.
Yeah, dude, I watched Ratatouille like 4 times while waiting for you in your hotel.
Such a banger.
Your your hotel at Worlds, for whatever reason, like Austin's staying in this like different place, and like I walk in and all 3 times, like he's going up to get whatever, and they got Ratatouille playing on the screen.
Oh, that's right, because it was right by Disney. Because we were right by Disney.
Right. I watched this guy Rodney the Rat make like 15 different dishes in my 10 minutes waiting for this guy.
I think it's Remy.
Is it Remy?
I think so.
Yeah, it sounds right actually, because he was French. Yeah, it definitely wasn't.
Yeah. I mean, great movie. That's like a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, we had this guy who I went to school with, and he kind of just looked like a rat, and everyone just called him Rodney. So I assumed it was just Rodney the Rat from Ratatouille.
Feels bad to be that guy then.
Yeah, he turned out to be pretty rich, like richer than all of us, so I think he did all right.
All right.
We don't encourage bullying here. I was just a witness, by the way, just for legal.
Whoa, he's lying. Legal
purposes, man. Legal purposes. Okay.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I'm not lying.
All right. I'll give it to you.
I think we've basically covered most of this. So, is there anything else cool that we should look at? I mean, like, this is coming to us. We've got pre-releases this weekend. Like, it's getting serious.
Yeah, we do too. Yep. They canceled League on Saturday, and I was looking for cups or challenges this weekend. I really don't see anything because everyone's locked in on these pre-releases. I did hear that distribution is a lot better for the mega set for ETBs that stores are getting and pre-release kits. So Destined Rivals was really crazy. It was really hard to get in a pre-release for Destined Rivals. I think we're going to have better luck this time, especially with getting Elite Trainer boxes. If stores like keep it to 1, you're probably in a good spot to get one for MSRP, which is kind of nice. We'll see. Maybe Pokemon's starting to fix it, but then they got this Phantasmal Flame stuff coming out that everybody's just going to go insane for.
Well, little history lesson. The last time we got Megas in 2016, that was like a drop-off in the game a little bit. It does feel like when these Megas come out, there is a little bit less desire for these cards, which is interesting because I believe in 2015 and 2014, and someone out there who knows more than me will know this, but the game was huge. The game kept growing, and then like 2016 came around, and the game grew, like the playing of the game. But I'm pretty sure the collecting went down a lot in that era. So
strange.
Might be having a sort of a correctional thing going on here, but I've seen like, and especially for us in Canada, because we get tariffed on top of this whole thing.
Oh yeah,
it's bad here, like real bad. And like I've seen for the first time in a long time boxes under $250 to start here. So.
I'm going to a pre-release on Saturday for $25 USD.
That's crazy.
Pretty reasonable, I think, right?
Yeah, our minimum is like 50, 55.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't catch me doing that.
No, it's I know it's Beaver Bucks and like whatever. There's the argument of Beaver Bucks. It's like a totally different.
Yeah, of course, right.
But dude, it's bad up here, man, because we got tariffed at 25%, so all the cards went up by 25%, and then US dollars like 1.4. So tally that all together.
That sucks. Yeah, no, that definitely sucks. It's tough to get Pokemon up there.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, thankfully the game's cheap, but like,
comparatively, it definitely is.
Yeah, I bought that. I sent you the box of Optic. I opened yesterday. I opened a box of 2024 Optic football. I was trying to get some downtown cards for anyone who knows what that is, and that box retails for $125 in the States. I paid $300.
I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, it's nuts.
So insane.
That's the price of life up here, and I guess we can't really complain too much, but, you know.
If we can pull away from the craziness of Destined Rivals, I mean, Destined Rivals just blew up the market, it seemed like. It was already obviously, like, just a fiasco everywhere with Pokemon, but Destined Rivals really, really hurt. Like, I didn't get into a pre-release, I couldn't get an ETB, I couldn't get a Pokemon Center ETB for any sort of reasonable amount, so hopefully we come down from that.
To the moon right now, too, dude. They're like,
I know. You see the Paldean Fates Pokemon Center ETB is up to like $750. I think I paid $300 for mine like 6 weeks ago or 7 weeks ago.
That's wild. I remember we were buying.
Put it in storage.
Whoever was able to get them at NAIC, they were readily available, and then now they're.
I did not get one. I did not get a Paldean Fates ETB at NAIC. They were out by the time I got there.
Okay.
Was stuck with Stellar Crown, but yeah, they didn't. You're right. They didn't even raffle that one off. It was just first come first serve for those.
Yeah,
it was.
It's crazy, dude. It's wild right now.
That Bubble Mew, dude, to the moon. Bubble Mew.
I'm sending Ames to the card show this weekend with a bunch of my ETBs just to get them to sell them off. They're getting too high.
Dude, they're worth so much. It's so crazy to think about, and it's also like pretty liquid. Like those sealed products are pretty liquid. Yeah. You could pretty much go sell those whenever you want for the cash. It's not like these $30,000-$40,000 slabs that people have that are actually hard to move, right? Yeah. Sure, they're worth that, but it's hard to find a buyer. These ETBs, I threw a couple up on Facebook Marketplace the other week when I was moving, just because I had multiples of the black bolt and white flare ones, and I mean, they sold within 45 minutes. It was insane, and I was charging market. Like, don't tell the masses, but I charged market for a couple, and it was crazy. And I'm not a scalper. I got them when I was at Worlds, and I was like, I don't need these. I offered them to people at Worlds. Nobody wanted them, so I put them in my suitcase, paid to get them home, listed them, sold them immediately. So it all worked out fine, but I'm no scalper.
They're moving right now, man. They're moving. Time to sell them. Like, I'm looking
I agree.
I'm like, okay, like, I could use $1,000 for this box of cards I'm never going to touch. Like, all right, let's get her going. So, like, I'm selling these 151 ETBs, dude. They're at, like, 1.3K beaver bucks. Like, yeah, get that out of my house, man.
Oh, yeah, that Snorlax promo in there is worth a ridiculous amount. They just pumped Obsidian Flames up, so Obsidian Flames ETBs are now going for a ridiculous amount. The Charmander promo PSA 10 is going for, like, 3K. So people are buying the ETBs for, like, 600-700, hoping they get a 10, and the 10 rate on those Charmanders is like 20%. So they're just like, it's a whole gamble they're taking to buy these and grade the Charmander inside. It's just so nuts.
Yeah, dude, I opened like 8 different 151 PC ETBs because we were able to get multiples, and I ripped them all. So I have these Snorlaxes just chilling in my house. And I saw the rate on those, like the 10s are pretty high too for that. I don't remember exactly.
They're high. Yeah, they're definitely high. But they're in the thousands for sure.
All of mine are merked, so none of those are getting 10s, but you know, we tried. Anyway,
yeah.
Market update. That's a built-in market update.
Yeah, market update from your favorite economics major.
Hell yeah. I got the glasses on today to prove it. These like bring my GPA up by like 2 points. Really, they're just blue light glasses because I got headaches at work, but everyone says like, yo, you look like you're smart. I'm like, that's good because I'm not, so I'm really glad that worked out.
It's all a cover.
Yeah, it's all just a cover up. But yeah, okay, so we will look through some of these new decks. These are pretty neat. There's a lot of new stuff going on. We've been rambling a lot this episode, but that's what this is. What I was hoping we could do maybe before we hop off, and like we'll do a full kind of Pittsburgh prep next week. But just your thoughts on the meta, maybe we can go over it real quick. Just what are you thinking? What are you leaning towards? What do you like? What do you not like? You know, the whole spiel.
Yeah, well, we have Frankfurt coming up this week, which will be nice to see. I'm interested to see how the time rules play into it. Our new 50 minutes plus 1 turn instead of plus 3. I don't know if that's going to mean the meta is going to slow down. People are going to try to pull like a long game 1 and then lock it down in game 2, or if this is going to mean players are going to bring more fast decks like Raging Bolt, Golden Go, your typical beat stick decks. But for me personally, I think Golden Go is still a great play. I do think Golden Go itself is one of the easiest decks to counter. I think that there's a lot of counters out there. That Dragapult deck that's been running around online that has cut the Dusknoirs completely and is now playing the 1/1 Toad Scroll. They're playing the Maractus. The deck is super popular online right now. It's got a super good win rate. I would 100% consider playing that. I think that deck is awesome. Straight Dragapult, kind of like, it's more like the Tord build with the Brox and all of that. They've just added the Toad Scroll to deal with the Goldango. And I mean, if you're Goldango and you hit that, it's just, if you don't have a counter to that, it's really hard to chase that thing on the bench when they're building their Dragapults up too, and they're Badooing you. It's like really difficult to have what you need in hand to kill that thing before it's too late. And you suddenly are in a position where you can't knock out this Dragapult because all your energy in your discard pile, and they just got out their Toad Scroll, right? I think that Dragapult deck could be great. I think Goldango's great especially if you're a player that's kind of, maybe you haven't played since NAIC or something, and you're just kind of watching the meta. I wouldn't be surprised if Goldango comes in at 20, 25, 30% even. I think that deck is going to be super popular. 20% easily.
That's wild.
And then the other deck that I would totally consider is Raging Bolt. I think that deck is set up super well. You play the Slitherwing to deal with the Pikachu that they might be putting in the Goldango decks. Your matchup into that is so good. I've gotten bullied by that Slitherwing at locals multiple times just because they just have the Noctowl for the Prime Catcher and the Sada, and they're just there, right? They go first, they get it off. It's super easy for them to chase 2 prize cards and beat you. I think Raging Bolt's a great play. The Baby Bolt can bully some of the stuff off the board. Your Dragapult matchup can be shaky, right? But you're going to hit a lot of not Dragapult decks, so I think that deck could be great.
Yeah.
Gardevoir itself just won Worlds, but I actually don't think it's that great of a play. I think even Riley might have said, you guys had him on, right?
Yeah, we did.
And he might have said that he would consider not playing Gardevoir, I thought that was crazy to hear from somebody who just won the World Championships with Gardevoir, but I could see it. I don't think that deck is amazing. I think people will play it, and it will be really good. That's what everyone says. I think the deck is still solid. It'll probably get some great placements, but for me personally, I don't think its Golden Go matchup is amazing. I think you do beat Dragapult pretty consistently, which is nice. Maybe you play the Jellicent and you hope to beat the Goldengos. I think you might be on that boat where you think that might be possible. I think it's pretty difficult, but it's doable. Your Rage Volt matchup is okay. And then all that fringe stuff, you can just kind of get boat raced by some of these decks too. They can kind of stifle your setup. So, people will play it. It's a good deck. It's definitely a top 5. But the Dragapults, the Raging Bolts, and the Goldengos, I think, are what we're definitely going to see the most of.
Okay.
And then it's kind of my take. I'm definitely on Golden Go right now a little bit. Maybe Golden Go hands a little bit. Flareon's a nice one to play. Grimmsnarl, I think Grimmsnarl just struggles really hard into Goldango too. So I'm not a big Grimmsnarl believer, but I've got some locals that are huge Grimmsnarl believers, and they will say that they're bringing it and they're gonna win with it. But we'll see if that actually happens.
Yeah, I try not to be harsh on the pod because I know we have such a wide audience, but I think Grimmsnarl is just absolute garbage.
That's what people have been saying. I know. It's definitely not very popular right now, especially online. Its play rate is low, its win rate is low, and I think it really is just as Goldango gatekeeping it out. Even though Goldango has almost fully cut the picnic basket, they've cut their healing cards, their Moonlight Hills, and all of that stuff. They're still beating Grimmsnarl, which is a little bit scary.
Yeah, and
it's so easy to chase the Frostlass, and then the game is just over. You chase the Frostlasses at the beginning of the game. They're weak to metal too, so you need a single energy. It's just, it's just totally chopped for them at that point.
Well, that's the thing, and that's kind of why I try not to make crazy stark decisions on the live podcast, because people will always clip you and come back when it wins the regionals that you're talking about. But
true.
Don't see a world where Grimmsnarl is still a good deck. I don't think it's doing enough. It's bricky. It's not really, it doesn't have that pizzazz that it used to. My take on the meta right now is actually kind of contrary to yours. I think Gardevoir is really, really good. And I've told you this, I know we talk all the time about it, and I know I rant about it a lot, but I think Gardevoir is really good, but you have to be in the top 5% of Gardevoir players for the deck to be really good. So I have some buds who are kind of on the fence a little bit, what should I play, whatever, and I tell them this all the time, if you feel confident in your ability to be one of the top 5% Gardevoir players in the room, it's a great play. But if you're kind of iffy, you're I don't know, Gardevoir requires a lot of time, a lot of skill, a lot of practice for it to be good. And I think a lot of people kind of dismiss it because they don't have that and they pick up the deck and it just kind of gets battered. I would stay away from Gardevoir unless you're very well practiced.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think that the new time rules that are coming into the game that we're about to have, the +1 turns, is going to affect Guardy players at all, or is it going to affect Gardevoir, the deck itself, as a play?
I think it makes Gardevoir worse. And this is
You think I've heard both sides of this.
Yeah.
Some people are it makes it worse, like you're saying, and some people are saying, oh my gosh, it makes Gardevoir just broken.
It's a very hot topic. I think my side is a hot take, but I do think it makes Gardevoir worse because think back on all the times you played BO1 or whatever at a cup. How often, realistically, are you going into time? It's not often. You need a real grindy game to go into time. And if we're saying, okay, we're going to play this slow-ass game 1, win in 40 minutes, and then not have time to complete game 2, I think you're deluded. These people are telling me this. I think you're deluded because you're not playing a 40-minute game 1 unless you're absolutely incredible at being slow. You're not doing it. And even if you do, your deck is not unbeatable. You can lose in 10 minutes, no problem, right? There are enough of these decks.
Totally true.
You're gonna get curb stomped. So to me, in my opinion, this whole time change thing, I'm playing faster. I'm not playing slower. I'm definitely going faster.
Okay.
I'm trying to complete 2 games and win 2 games. I will not be slow playing. That is not even within my thought process. And I think that's why Pokemon did this. It's because they know the format right now, at least, is fast enough that people can't manipulate the clock that much to cause this to be a best of 1 scenario, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's the way I look at it.
It's a valid take, yeah. It's a totally valid take. I've definitely been practicing as I'm sitting here, as I'm going to locals and I'm playing as fast as possible on purpose.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about my decisions less. I'm kind of going with more of that, gut feeling. This is what I need to do. Get these energies down, draw my cards. I know what I'm looking for when I'm drawing my cards, and I'm just playing it. I'm not thinking about it too far, especially if I'm ahead in a game. I'm not going to sit there and make the perfect play every time, because I think it's going to be more valuable for players to just play a little bit more quickly and not get totally screwed over by the clock at the end. Like, that is going to hurt way more than a little misplay here and there. Maybe you don't fully optimize your deck, you don't fully optimize your draws, but you're finishing games, which is what's going to be really important.
I think it's a super interesting discussion. Like, I think it's
and there's so many like shady things that you can put into that discussion too that I've seen and takes that people have had that I'm like, this is literally just like breaking the rules, but okay. There's a lot that's going to go on there. I'll be super interested to see the tie rate too.
Oh, you'll see the true nature of a lot of people, I think, coming up here, and that is the one reason I don't like this change, is because like it's going to bring the worst out of a lot of people. But honestly, dude, like I said, like you got to be playing insanely slow to benefit from this and make it into a BO1 situation. So I'm not too concerned. I'm gonna be playing fast, and I think like part of playing fast as well, I think the good players will all play very fast, because you realize that the expected value of a tie versus a win is so different that it's not worth trying to like edge out this 1-0 in case you lose. Because if you lose that second game, you're losing 2 match points. Like, if you know you're better than the person across from you, which is like an arrogant take, but if you know that, or you feel that way, whatever, you feel like you have a good matchup, whatever it is, it's in your favor to play faster. It's in your favor to say, hey, I will beat this person 2 times out of 3, rather than play for a win and then slow play the person and potentially lose 2 match points, right? So I think that's at least the mentality I have right now. Not that I'm like walking into every match being like, oh, I'm better than this guy. That's not really what I'm saying. More so just like, rely on your skill, right? Rely on yourself to be able to win 2 games out of 3. And if you don't feel that way, that's what's going to cause people to play slow, in my opinion. And that's fine, I guess, but it's kind of good. It's going to get annoying, in my opinion. I don't know.
It's going to be interesting.
It's also, and I also think it needs to be an active effort from both players to play a slow game if you want to get to like that 35, 40-minute mark. Like, that's not just going to happen if your opponent's playing fast. Like, let's say you or I is on the other side of a random opponent. We're playing super fast. No matter what that opponent does, that game is not getting to 40 minutes. Right? So it's going to be kind of like a team effort in that sense. It's just like, all right, let's both play.
Yeah, true. Both players thinking they're in the game the whole time, and then right at the end, one of them squeaks it out, and then they're just like, there's 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
This game's not. They both know the game's not finishing, right? Maybe the one player plays super fast because he's got some dream the game could finish, but the other player gets a buddy popping and it's over, right? You're not.
Yeah.
The game will not finish at that point, but it'll be interesting to see.
I also don't think the change is as drastic as people are saying. Like, obviously, the extra turn at the end matters, but really, both players are losing 1 turn at the end of this whole thing, right? So the only difference comes to if you're down at 1 prize or 2 prizes, you're losing that last turn, which honestly is obviously every turn in Pokemon matters, but it's not as big of a deal as what people are saying. Like, the way people are talking, you think we're losing 10 minutes off the clock. Like, it's gonna be pretty similar to what it was. And so that's my advice, at least to the Shift Gear listeners. Don't slow play your opponents. We always promote positivity.
Please don't. Yeah,
don't do it.
Please don't.
You're better off. You guys are all good enough. You're better off giving a shot to yourself to win 2 games and just try and win. And that's what you prepare for. And always go that way is kind of our recommendation here. But yeah, no, I like your takes. I agree with what you're saying for the most part. I think Dragapult's a real dark horse, as stupid as that sounds. I think the deck's really good. I think Charizard's a dark horse. I think that deck's really good too. As far as like Goldengo being 20%, I don't know. I mean, I'm notoriously wrong for doing this all the time, and I get things wrong with percentages, but you know.
Okay, I mean, look, every single tier list that I saw before Worlds was like, Goldango's going to be 10%, Goldango's going to be 11%, and then it busts out at like 21% into 24% the next day. I mean, obviously that's Worlds, right? Everybody, you know, the meta is different at Worlds. It's more top-heavy. But I think that Goldengo is still going to be close to that. I go to locals, I see all these online tournaments, I mean, Goldengo is out in numbers still, and it's still doing numbers out there. I think it's going to be pretty highly played.
I get what you're saying. I just think like a lot of it comes down to Worlds diff, where like the top decks are always going to be the top decks, and they're going to be played more than anything else. And that's why like I think if it didn't eclipse 30 at Worlds, it's not eclipsing 30 anywhere else or coming anywhere near it. Like, in my opinion, we can put $5 on it. I think it's going to be a 15% or lower deck.
I would take that for sure. I would take that.
All right, we'll put $5 on it, and we'll record the winner buying the other guy ice cream, I guess, when we get to that point. But
Deal.
I don't think it's gonna be that much. I think the deck is great. I think it's gonna be definitely the most played deck in the room, but I think the split is gonna be a little bit different. I mean, neither here nor there. Whatever.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Just play. Play Flareon.
We'll see.
It's a good pick.
Play Flareon, play Pidgeot, get his master class, watch it.
I wasn't even going to say that. I was just going to say play Flareon. Just play.
Yeah, it's a good play.
It's
a good play.
To play Flareon. I really want to play Flareon.
You playing Water Pond in Flareon right now? Yes. You playing Wellspring?
Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
It's so good, dude. Like,
totally agree with that.
I know I wasn't as disappointed as you with Worlds, but I was also very disappointed at Worlds. Like, just the way I couldn't showcase that deck to its full potential. I thought I could win Worlds with that deck. But,
those kind of decks that win those kind of tournaments,
It always is. And that one was worked hard on, but it's all good. It happens. Either way, I wanted to thank you for coming on. This was awesome. We had a good yap sesh, as one would.
Man.
I'll give you the floor here to shout yourself out. I know you desperately need more Twitter followers, so please have.
Oh my gosh, you just giving me the floor like that is crazy.
Bud, take it.
Yeah, man. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you can. It's at amcharles0, or you can just look up Austin Charles. I got a giveaway going on right now. If you guys want to win a World's water bottle, pretty nice. Here it is too.
Snazzy.
I got that going on until I go to Pittsburgh. So maybe you win it, you go to Pittsburgh, I'll bring it to you, or I'll ship it to you. Obviously, no big deal. Shout out my locals for sure. They always keep me on my toes. The Dayton locals are cool. Love all those guys from the Dreepy group chat. And then the Grib, which is the locals up in Akron by Full Grip. They call themselves the Grib, which is a play on Full Grip, I guess. But yeah, shout out all those guys too. Great players. They're all going to Pittsburgh. They're all super excited. We've been metagaming, talking, all that stuff. And pre-releases this weekend. I'll be looking forward to seeing them. So that's pretty much all I got.
Shout out FCBC man. Reverse shout out Endgame man.
Oh, FCBC man. How could I forget? Yeah, you got FCBC man up at Rose.
Yeah, bro.
Can't forget him.
Shout out FCBC man for real. Endgame man, that guy needs to fix up, but I mean, whatever. That's fine. Endgame man actually just bought a new whip, and it's manual.
Oh, no way.
He's been stalling out on the roads, and
I got some of these right here still.
Oh, there you go. I got a whole bunch.
I sleeved up Crustal in the other ones, but I do have these.
Yeah, there you go. Everybody buy Endgames because Endgame man is currently driving in a manual whip and he keeps stalling on the roads. So if y'all buy some more Endgames, he can get an automatic.
If you see a dude stalled out on the stop sign, just know he's got a bunch of Endgames in his trunk.
Yeah,
if you're interested.
Yeah. If you see a dude stalled out of the stop sign, throw dragon shields at his car until he starts kicking the thing into gear.
Oh yeah. It's so funny.
All right. Well, we are corporate shorties. We got to work tomorrow, so we'll go to bed here. Thank you everyone for being here, for listening to us yap for however long we did. Let us know down below how you feel about the new cards, Mega Evolution or whatever that set is called. Probably called something cool, or Mega Evolution like that.
Mega Evolution, you got it right there.
Damn,
that's it.
Yeah, I live under a rock when it comes to Pokemon until like a week before the event. Y'all know this. Yeah, let us know how you feel about those cards. I mean, is Mega Lucario real? Let us know if you tested it a little bit. I don't expect you guys to have, given that Pittsburgh's in 2 weeks, but you never know. Let us know down below how Gardevoir supremacy is going to continue. We just want to hear your thoughts. We'll be super interactive, and follow AMCharles0 or Google Austin Charles, or whatever he just said. I'm sure if you Google Austin Charles, you'll probably there's definitely another famous guy named Austin Charles.
You'll get a soccer player, and then you'll get me.
Okay, yeah. So, Google Austin Charles and filter through 20 pages of results to get to him. And
damn.
Yeah, okay. That was a deep cut. I'm sorry. That was rude. I'll edit that out.
All right. You won't.
No, I won't. You're right. All right. Have a great time, everyone. See you next Wednesday. Peace.